Peace and blessings, Soul Tribe. Welcome to the channel, new and returning overseas in America. Thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Thank you all for being here. Wanted to come on with a real brief message because the veil is super thin right now, okay? There's a lot of things taking place in the realm of the spirit. Kind of want to talk about it. This isn't going to resonate for everyone. Take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. There's a lot going on, okay? Different people, like on a collective level, there's a lot going on. But this may look different for different groups of people, okay? The veil is very thin. And at the same time, there's an ascension that is taking place. And at the same time, the camp of the enemy, okay, has unleashed some truly dark forces, all right? There are a lot of chosen ones, chosen beings in the collective. There may be a lot of things going on with you, with your physical body, with your spirit man right now that you may not understand. One being exhaustion, unexplained illnesses. It's not the flu, it's not COVID, it's not, they don't even have, you know what I'm saying, a diagnosis for it. You're just sick. But definitely a lot of fatigue. Sleep patterns could be off. You're either sleeping too much or not enough. If you're not sleeping, if you're one of the ones who you're just not sleeping, it's like you don't even need to sleep. And if you're one of the ones who's sleeping too much, it's like you can't get enough sleep, okay? Also, picking up on like this increased thirst for water. Be sure that you are staying hydrated during this time. That is very important. But for some, this almost feels like the body is like crying for water, crying out for water. For some, your bodies are rejecting certain foods and craving certain other kinds of foods, more specifically rejecting meats and craving lighter, more fresh things, right? So fruits, vegetables, but rejecting meats and heavier foods, okay? It's these kind of things that are going on. For those who have the gifts of the clairs, right? You could be having an increase in the amount of vivid dreams. You could be having an increase in visions in your dreams, seeing more. You could be having an increase of visions even in your awake life, okay? Seeing flashes occur more frequently. You could also be seeing shadow people, especially at night and between the hours of 3 and 5 a.m. Shadow people in the bedroom, okay? Shadows moving across the wall, okay? The veil is thin. The veil is thin. The veil is getting thinner, okay? So these things that are happening, and it's like not only is the veil thin, but there's an ascension that's taking place. So some people are suffering from like this ascension sickness, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm picking up on a constant high-pitched ringing in someone's ears. Okay. So when I say the clairs could be opening up, you could be hearing this ringing, you could be hearing music playing, and I'm not talking about hallucinations. I'm not here to talk about mental illness. That is not what this is. That's not what this is about. Okay? If you are someone who, if you are listening to this message and you feel like you may need help, go get help. That is not what I'm talking about. Okay? So what do we do while all of this is going on? And what is the significance of this time? What this feels like is God is raising up his people. Okay? And this happens on a mass / collective level a lot, but especially when needed. Okay? The kingdom of darkness, as I stated, has unleashed something that is very dark, very sinister, and very evil, okay, into the atmosphere. And God is raising up his people. He is raising up his soldiers, his chosen ones. I don't want to say light workers, and nothing against light workers, right? Because I consider myself to be a light worker. However, I also consider myself to be a warrior. Some people consider themselves only light workers. You have other people who are warriors. God is raising up his warriors, because what is going on in the realm of the spirit, it is time for war. Yeah, it is time for war. Okay. And it's important to understand that you can't love and light your way through everything. You can't love and light your way out of everything. And when it comes to spiritual warfare, and some people may disagree, when it comes to spiritual warfare, it's not about all love and light. I feel like the love and light thing is a misunderstood concept. It is an overused concept, because this journey isn't all love and light. There are periods of darkness, okay? And there will be times when those who are in God's army, those who are called to war, right? There will be times that love and light ain't gonna cut it. You understand? God is raising up his warriors. He's waking up his warriors, right? To war, to fight, to battle in the realm of the spirit. And it's really like on behalf of the collective. You know what I'm saying? And that may not make sense to everyone, but whomever it's for, you'll know what I'm saying. Everything isn't always physical. There's a lot going on in the unseen realm. There's a lot going on in the astral. And being nice ain't gonna cut it. It's not. Ecclesiastes tells us that there's a time for everything under the sun. There is a time to love. Absolutely. There is a time for light. Absolutely. But when it is time to war, it's time to war. Okay? The most powerful tool is yourself, really. You may hear people say that they are the altar, because the power of your intent, the power in your mouth, the power of your mind. Okay? Also understand that we go through things to ready us for war, to prepare us for war. God has been preparing Those of you who you're having like these ascension symptoms, and you're going through like this, like another awakening, right? It's for a reason. It's because it's time to stand up. It's time to wake up. It's time to show up. Not only for yourself, but for those who you have been called to show up for. It's time to heal so that you can do what God has called you to do. Like, it's time. The time is now. For we battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places. So if you are experiencing any of these things that I have named earlier in this recording and you are wondering why, this is why. This is why. This is why. And the enemy, the enemy is slick. The enemy is slick. Because what the enemy does is get familiar with you and what you want and what tempts you and what you need. The enemy gets familiar with what makes your ego feel good, and the enemy will send that. Okay, the enemy will send everything that you want, everything that you think you want, packaged up just the way that you think that you want it. And the whole time it's a trick. The whole time it's an illusion. The entire time it was a tactic of the enemy sent to keep you from your path, to keep you from your journey, to keep you from the assignment that God has put before you, to keep you from standing in your power, to keep you from awakening. Okay. The whole time, a trick of the enemy. And so be mindful, discern people, places, and things. Okay. Y'all stay prayed up. Keep your protection up. Get your protection up. This is a season. This is not the time to get lackluster. This is the time for heads to be on swivels, and to really, really stay up on one's protection, because it is vital in this hour, in this season. It is vital at this juncture. Okay. That's all I got, y'all, for this message. I will be back with another. Until then, you guys be blessed. Stay safe. Sending much love to all of you. Bye.